force of Kansas students, teachers, and administrators present their findings when it comes to screen time to the State Board of Education today. The task force is calling for personal electronic devices to be put away from bell to bell. That means students wouldn't be able to use their phones throughout the school day, including lunch and in between classes. These recommendations would not be a statewide mandate.
We want the state board to implement the recommendations, and something to keep in mind for all school districts is that this is recommendation, it's not a mandate. So then it would go to the districts all across the state and they could choose how they wanted to implement the recommendations and where their students could go from there.
The members of the State Board of Education can vote on adopting the recommendations next month.